What's going on, YouTube? We're back with Shades, and we're gonna continue our Let's Play of Katawa Shoujo. Now, I have the lovely blue snowball mic returned to me today. Well, technically it's not mine, so I can't say that it was returned to me, and Jesus H. Christ, this is loud in my ear holes. Yeah, I lowered the volume of the game too, which is weird, because it's so damn loud. But anyway, I have a bit of a confession to make. I have already played through the next few, the next 30 minutes or so of this part. And the reason why I have already played through and not uploaded it, I accidentally deleted the file. Yeah, you see, I had only edited the video without rendering it. And the project files are like, in layman's terms, links to the original recording file, and I was cleaning up my files, and I had unintentionally forgotten that I had this part already pre-edited but not rendered, so I accidentally deleted that one part. So I'm sorry. After realizing my mistake, I decided to just pop open the program, pop open the Katawa Shoujo and be like, hey, I'm gonna just record the rest of it again, and hopefully this fixes it. So unfortunately for the next half hour or so, it's not gonna be a complete blind run, because I've been through it before, but it has been a while since I've played it. I haven't played it for a good while, because so I don't exactly remember what happened in this part, so hopefully that'll fix it. So anyway, I walk away with a certain spring to my step. I think there were some people around that glanced at me emerging from the girls' dormitory building, but I find it difficult to care. Yeah, we have a nice little time skip right here, and in my original playthrough, I kind of was annoyed, like, oh my god, I could have put this in the last one, blah blah blah. Whatever. Hee-chan, go away. Hee-chan, leave me alone. Come on, Hee-chan. Let me sleep. After 2 nights of not being able to sleep at all, the last thing I want to be is to be woken when I finally manage to. It may be the last period of class with a textbook as my pillow, but I'll take whatever sleep I can get at this point. See, Hee-chan, even Shi-chan wants you to get up. I don't care what Shizune wants. Leave me alone. Jeez, Hee-chan, I'll just have to wake. Wait, Misha's going to... You... This is bad. I'm up! You don't have to... I can feel my face flowering into a scarlet red blush. The students still in class are sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was just sleeping moments ago. Damn it. I let my head smack back down on the table with a noticeable thud. I'm not sure if that's a good representation of Misha, but... I decided to just do the laugh. I'll feel awkward about it, but I should force myself to go through awkward parts like that, because I'll have to eventually get used to it, right? Misha's trademark uncontrolled laughter reverberates through the classroom. Misha is me in girl form, and pink yandere hair. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. As I turn my mournful eyes to the bespectacled Shizune beside her, she carefully adjusts her glasses, desperately trying to maintain a look of serious disapproval. Narrowing my eyes, I can see the badly hidden grin spreading across her face. To Shizune. Shizune looks away Shizune looks quickly away as she crosses her arms tightly, barely on the edge of her control. I'm not gonna do the... Wahahaha! Misha's laughter doubles in volume as she glances at Shizune. All I can do is drag my hat down my face in resignation. You two. Who was the one who slept in class, Hee-chan? Yeah, it was me. Poor Shi-chan was having a fit trying to wake you up, weren't you? I move my eyes back to the standoffish Shizune, who with a single huff of confirmation returns to looking away with her arms crossed. Why was Shizune trying to wake me up? Shi-chan wanted to give you the handouts that the substitute teacher gave out while Hee-chan was sleeping. Handouts? I suddenly find 2 sheets of paper thrust down in front of my face. Following the hand holding them, I see the still pouting figure looking down at me with a distinct scowl. I guess I really am in the wrong here. You think? I I can't admit that I have fallen asleep in class. But that's only because my sleep schedule is really fucked up, and I tend to stay up late to do homework. Because I'm stupid. But, yeah, it's specifically because of that I don't sleep very well. I really should sleep better, but I don't. Sorry about that. No dice, her irritated face still holds. I clasp my hands together and flick my head downwards in an apology. Very, very sorry. She huffs and simply drops the papers on the desk. Damn. I look up over my hands to see Shizune and Misha signing frantically to each other, a look of frustration on Shizune's face. It looks to be less of a dialogue and more of a tirade, punctuated with sidelong glances at me. To say it's unsettling is an understatement. The two suddenly stop signing and look at me in unison, both having exactly the same look of disapproval. In one fluid motion, Misha's hand suddenly extends high above me and comes rocketing down. Before I can even hope to react, my head is sent bouncing up and down like a jack-in-the-box. I quickly bring my hands to my head, more out of reflex than actual pain. Ow! What was that for? Up, they're smiling again. I open my eyes to see the two grinning at each other while exchanging an enthusiastic thumbs up. Shi-chan says she forgives you for now, He-chan. Could you forgive me with a little less force next time? Wahahaha! I can't really do a girl laugh like that, can I? Nope, can't pull a Dodger here. I look at the two with a blank face. Misha and Shizune, 1, Hiso, 0. Oh, Shi-chan also says that you should check your student mail more often. She produces a bright yellow envelope and hands it over with an exuberant grin. Now, I believe we all know what that letter is. At this point, we should know what it is. Strange, who could have written me a letter? Now's not the time and most definitely not the place to find out, though. Giving up on the nap so cruelly stolen from me, I rub my forehead and slowly get up, putting the sheets and envelope in my bag before swinging it over my shoulder. I take a step back and move to depart with a small bow, while Misha clutches her sides laughing and Shizune nods back in a curt farewell. I'm gonna feel really weird going on their path, because out of all the girls so far I've encountered, I like them the least. Shizune means well as far as the school goes, but god, she's just really overbearing and, like, uncompromising. Like, from my standpoint anyway. Like, Misha's just annoying in my opinion. I mean, she's not a bad character. I'm pretty sure they all have good storylines and they're well developed and there's reasons to why they act the way they act. It's just their surface personalities annoy me. I mean, yeah, one should be able to look past the surface. And yes, I'm fully willing to do that. It's just, they annoy me a little bit. Oops, whoa, I forgot to read that one part. Damn it. I join the flow of students exiting the open door and turn to the corner into the hallway, only to end up face to face with Hanako. Whoa, hey Hanako. Good afternoon, Hisao. Silence falls between us as busily chatting students pass us by. She's fidgeting constantly, her eyes drawn to her rather unremarkable footwear. I take the bridge of my nose in my fingers while I blink my eyes heavily in an attempt to make things seem clearer. I'm barely staying awake as it is. Hanako, you want to say something? What is it? I wanted to give you this. She holds out a small rectangular piece of paper. I blink again to make out the text. I blink again to make out the text through barely open eyes, slowly starting to make out what's written. Eggs, bread loaf, whole grain cereal, time. Shopping list? I look upwards, raising an eyebrow. I usually go shopping with Lily, but I can't come, so... You want me to run errands for you? It's okay if you don't want to. I just thought that maybe, I could use you as a pack mule. She's panicking. I sigh, yet another battle lost, though this time by a weakly fought surrender. I smile tiredly and rest a hand on her head to calm her down. Is it bad that I do the same thing? To all my friends that are either shorter than me and or female, I'm sorry if it insults you that I pat your head when I try to console you, but it's my way of showing that I care. And in all honesty, if I don't call you a little one or pat your head a significant amount, then it's a good idea. It's a good idea to think that either one, we're not close enough for me to do that, for me to feel comfortable doing that, or two, we're just not close. Period. It's fine. I was just going to go anyway. Just the stuff on this list. She nods, then bows deeply, twice, as if to make her gratitude perfectly clear. We were gonna meet outside at the school gates at 6. Thank you. I was gonna go get it, but I need to study for the test tomorrow, and I totally ship you and Lily. Test. Ah, that's right. Science. How are you doing with it? She brightens ever so slightly. I've been spending more time on it than before. I think I can do okay. Good work, then. She too starts smiling, this much more earnestly than I at that. I have full confidence that I can do fine in it without any extra studying, but the fact that she's putting in the effort instead of just reading in the library is heartening. I'll grab your stuff and take it to your dorm in the evening. See ya. With a small wave, we part ways. I'll go to do my homework before meeting Lily. I should be able to take care of it in time. Wish I had that work ethic. Wrangling with a particularly complicated math problem has caused me to be a little bit late for my meeting with Lily. Only a couple of minutes, but enough to make me step smartly out into the courtyard and to the school gate. I make a right turn and start my way toward the small town below, leaving a few students turning the other way to the bus station. I slip my right hand into my pocket as I walk the orange sunlight of dusk. Thankfully, the sweltering summer's heat started to die down, making way for a pleasant, cool breeze. When I stretch my hands high above my head, a familiar figure takes form, cane in her right hand. Ah, Lily! She stops and turns around, swiveling her head slightly to try and work out exactly where the voice came from. Hey, it's me! I quickly catch up to her, coming in beside her and matching her slow pace as we resume walking. Good afternoon, Hisao. Hi there. I glance up at the sky. A distinct tinge of orange discolors the clouds, washing the footpath in its light. Long shadows from the trees fall across the wide road down the hill. So, Hisao, what brings you here? Just going to town to grab some groceries. Hanako sent me. Hanako sent you? Yeah, she said she needed to study for a test tomorrow. I was going to come down anyway, so I'll just buy her stuff as well. Unspoken is that Lily really could use some help to get food, but it's an obvious fact that neither of us needs to state. It's good to hear she's studying for it. I thought the same thing when she asked me to come with you. We continue walking down the street, the familiar sound of her cane echoing through the air as we go. Except for the occasional passing car and the leaves whispering in the branches, there's a blissful silence. Thank God I can finally relax for the first time today. I glance over at Lily, with a slow zoom. She can't see us slowly going toward her face anyway. That porcelain face of hers never seems to lack the air of relaxed confidence. I guess the same could be said of her personality as well. As she silently walks, her face remaining pointed into the street ahead of her, I look ahead and savor the cool air blowing over my face. Actually, in my situation, there's been too much cool air. It's very cold. It's a very cold fall this year. I don't like it. I hate the cold. No, I don't hate the cold. I hate when I'm not fully prepared for the cold, because I'm wearing shorts and a sleeveless shirt, and it's not very comfortable. I should have brought PJs, but that's my fault. This is probably the calmest moment I've had since the about face my life took so recently. To have it while walking to get some groceries. What a weird life. I feel the crumpled up note rubbing against my hand in my pocket, and pull it out to check its contents. Let's see here. Eggs, bread, cereal, thyme, lettuce, shaved ham. That sounds like quite a bit to carry back along with your own. Yeah, just how much does this girl eat anyway? My mind suddenly clicks that yes, there's actually a person beside me. Ooh, wait, I mean. She laughs wholeheartedly. My, Hisao. Her giggles punctuate her word, though she's making little effort to suppress them. Quite direct today, aren't we? Yeah, you got me there. Still, it's quite a bit. Usually I go shopping with Hanako, so I know what she buys. It's the same thing every week. Huh, she's a good cook? She gives a nervous giggle. It's, usually me who ends up cooking. I used to do so for Kira, so it's no problem for doing it for Wow, I messed up, this line of, I gave Lily a speech impediment, basically. Also, I'm not even sure if this mic is way too close to my face. I turn it around, and me being close to it does help, but it should be fine. It's usually me who ends up doing the cooking. I used to do so for Akira, so it's no problem doing it for Hanako as well. Wow, I made her sound really passive-aggressive. Make your own goddamn breakfast, Hanako. God damn it, I'm tired. You can cook, but... A short hum with an amused lilt emanates from beside me. I wonder if it's the fact that she seems amused by my comments so often that it's actually genuine, or rather just from a want to make me more comfortable in addressing her blindness. Probably both. There are ways around it. Some meals are more difficult to cook than others because of being unable to see what I'm doing, but it usually takes only a little more time. Fingers can double as very useful measuring tools, for example. It makes sense, but she'd have to be pretty careful not to hurt herself. I wonder how many times that's happened, given that it sounds like she's cooked alone for possibly years while Akira worked and her parents were gone. With that, the conversation trails off. Compared to the awkward silence of Hanako, Lily seems genuinely content to say what she thinks, and stay quiet when there's nothing to say. Same here, girlie. I find it rare that I have an awkward silence. It's only awkward when, like, the two people want to say something, and they don't know what to say. For me, if I don't have anything to say, I won't say it. I'll just simply sit there. Because, there's a difference between talking to your friends and simply enjoying their presence. I can honestly say that I prefer enjoying my friends' presence rather than talking to them. But if they want to talk, I'll talk. It's just that sometimes I don't know what to say. And if my friend wants to talk and they don't know what to say, then it turns awkward. It's just like, I know you want to talk to me, so just say something. But I don't know where to start. The slick road under my feet is bathed in an orange glow, the occasional fallen leaf crunching underfoot as we walk. I let out a deep yawn, my lack of sleep coming back to haunt me. Did you not get much sleep last night? I couldn't sleep at all for the last 2 nights. Probably insomnia. Lily's face suddenly becomes worried. It feels like a personal failure every time she gets worried about my well-being, even if it's genuinely nice to know someone cares. You have insomnia. Aren't you going to see the nurse about it? Nah, no real need. It's happened before a few times. My meds screw with my sleeping occasionally. I'm sorry. Come on, it's not your fault. At least I shouldn't have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. You do worry me sometimes. I worry you? I reach around and scratch the back of my neck. I kinda want to adjust this. Hey, Lily. I don't mean to sound weird, but please try to forget about my heart condition. She looks kind of lost. I hardly blame her. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, just don't treat me differently because of it. She bows her head slightly, her white cheeks reddening almost imperceptibly. It's only natural to worry about those around you. Well, it's still nice to know that there's someone like that out there. It may be somewhat embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. Lily takes a breath to regain her composure and manages a gentle smile, though her cheeks remain flushed. The final downhill walk to the store passes in silence. Welcome! I suppose I'll get my stuff first and Hanako's on the second round. I grab 2 well-worn red baskets from the stack beside the entrance and pass one to Lily. Just as she did before, she lays it on the ground and slides her retracted cane between the basket's handles before picking it back up with her right hand. When she takes hold of my arm in her own, I'm surprised at just how fast this kind of casual contact became so natural. God, I hate my stupid, stutter that I have. Mostly due to necessity, no doubt. Shall we? Sure. While we navigate around the store, the odd person occasionally passing us pays us no heed at all. It's nice compared to the stares and whispers around the city. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily what she needs and grab it, along with what I want, putting our items in their respective baskets. It's an odd feeling, to be dependent on so much for something so basic as shopping. Hanako will be practically a necessity for her to pick out what she wants, after all. Right, I'm pretty much done with both my stuff and Hanako's. You need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. Oddly, there's a queue a mile long. Considering the store is only large enough to warrant 1 counter, seems like it'll take a while. Damn. Lily gives an inquisitive look, unable to see the reason for my complaint. The queue is really long. Looks like we'll have to wait. How strange. Sharing the same mood of resignation, we reluctantly take our place at the end of the line. One person finishes, the line moves up. Another person finishes, the line moves up. By the time we finally reach the head of the line, I'm so close to dozing off that Lily has to gently pat me on the back for me to move up. Hisao. Sorry. She gives a short sigh of consternation as I move up, getting the groceries for Hanako and me put into separate bags. Thank you, please come again. By the time we emerge from the store, Lily's holding a single bag while I struggle to carry 4, both hands well and truly full. It's a lot of work, but thankfully the items in them are light. Even without looking skyward, it's obvious that a surprising amount of time's passed, the road outside being dark and lit by street lamps. Once Lily retrieves her cane, we set back out to the dormitories the way we came, leaving the welcome warm glow of the store. Despite the roads being empty of cars, the full bags abundantly make up for the lack of noise, constantly clunking and squeaking together. My, Hisa, it's good to find you're eating well. I'm a growing guy, after all. I need to eat all I can. My arms hurt. It must be nice, being a man. What? Seemingly not noticing or ignoring my surprise at the completely out-of-left-field comment, she continues on without missing a beat. Weight doesn't really bother you when you're eating, most of the time. I get what you mean. Women tend to worry more about that stuff than we do, I guess. Ha! Not true. I worry about my weight all the time. I mean, I don't have to worry about my weight as much as other people, but the thing is, I'm still very unhealthy. But I have been working out more, so at least I'm healthier than I was before. I'm still overweight, but I'm still healthy. I'm still healthier, so it really helps to exercise. And of course, you can find more about that in my hopefully to be more regular workout vlogs. Yay! Exactly. It makes me somewhat envious, to be honest. Do you want to be a man? I mean, come on, it's 2015. Come on. I actually have no idea what year it is in the game, so for all I know, it could be a few years back, because this game was released a long time ago. Well, it's not like we can outright ignore it. With an affirmative nod, we continue on our walk. Huh, that's right. Hold on, guys, I need to take a sip of water. What is it? Hanako mentioned your birthday was earlier this year. Do anything special for it? She gives a long pause, lost in thought for a few seconds as she recalls the event. Not really, it was just Hanako and me having a little party during the night after school. Your birthday's supposed to be a big event, you know. In my opinion, a birthday doesn't have to be a big event. A birthday should be celebrated because guess what? You lived another year on the planet, and that's a big achievement. But in my opinion, the birthday person, girl, guy, he, she, they, whatever you want to call them, should be allowed to celebrate the birthday as they wish. I personally prefer just staying home and like relaxing. But my family always wants to go out. And I humor them because, guess what? They want to celebrate my birthday. For me, a party or having just a few friends come over, that's more than enough. Actually, just having a few friends come over, just chill in my room, like, just chill and talk. Because, like, if it wasn't obvious already, I like to talk. But I would prefer just sitting in my room and chatting with friends over going out and having an extravagant party. Sounds like a pretty lonely way to spend a birthday, just her and Hanako staying overnight. Birthdays always felt like a family occasion for me. There was a time, in spite of their full-time jobs, both my parents would make an effort to be there for the day, or at least for a party beforehand. Jesus Christ, wow. It reminds me of how Lily mentioned she hadn't seen her family in such a long time, and even ended up moving away from Akira's house afterwards. But I guess it's the same situation as the mundane as these. Considering her inability to read the packaging, just getting groceries would be a pain without somebody else around. In the end, she just has Hanako and me, and Akira when she's off from work. Be that as it may, she still seems to have more distant friends among the students, not to mention people like Yuko. It seems to be her own choice that there's such a separation between those who are close to her and those who she only socializes with. It humbles me a little to see how much Lily seems to have her life set up and going just as she wants. You actually don't know that. I know from personal experience that, when someone seems to have their life together, when someone seems to have everything going their way, when the truth comes out and like when true feelings come out, you soon realize that a person you respect and love can honestly have like the most like nerve-wracking life you can think of. Like, people who seem happy all the time can be depressed and suicidal. People who seem to be organized all the time can just be workaholics at home because they can't help but feel weird when they have nothing to do. They always have to find something. Like, you don't honestly know everyone completely, and that's kind of one life lesson that I've always taken to heart. That you never really 100% know someone. You could have lived with someone for their entire life, but in all honesty, you'll never fully know a person. There's always something that you don't know. That whether it's in their head, whether it's like something in their life, like you never fully know a person. And that's what really intrigues me about interacting with other people. And like something like dating, for example. Dating, living together, marriage, having children, making a family, things like that. But the thing is, like, it's very like intricate, because like a relationship like that, you're always learning about someone, because you never fully know what goes on in their life, what goes on in their head, what influences their decisions and personalities. It's all very intricate, and it fascinates me to no end. And like, I shouldn't really take take things like relationships and love like that and think of it like a science. But it honestly is a science. And while affairs of the heart aren't very scientific, seeing as everyone's different and one choice can potentially ruin something, but it's very interesting to me, and it's always something that everyone should understand, that you should never make assumptions about people, because you never really know what's going on in the back of their head. Know when to push the line, but never cross it. That's all I'm going to say. Yet Hanako is there for her to celebrate her birthday, and I'm here helping her with shopping. It's a weird kind of symbiosis, I suppose. Are you alright, Hisao? Sorry? You just seem to go very quiet, that's all. Sorry, I was just thinking. Oh? Now I've piqued your curiosity. It feels like kind of overly personal to talk about it, though. Yeah, as you can see, I've already made a choice here. That is my bad. Again, I just deleted the next part, unfortunately. It was just kind of... I was thinking about how you seem to have everything sorted out, even with Hanako relying on you. I can admit that even I'm kind of relied on you when I first transferred in. Also, you're very pretty. I think it's a good quality to have. I turned to Lily, surveying her reaction. She's forcing herself to look forward and furrowing her brow quite a bit. Her face looks a bit awkward, as if she was trying to find just the right words. Lily? I would thank you, but assuming that I don't rely on the presence of others is too much. You'd be wrong to think that Hanako simply depends on you without nothing in return. She seems to have a bit of trouble saying it, even though it's largely what I thought already. If she's tried so hard to maintain her independence, as anyone would have in her position, decided or not, maybe she finds it hard to talk about her own needs. It's only now that I realize an omission in what she says, though. I decide to follow it up largely in jest, to avoid things getting too personal. Oh, and what about me? She suddenly runs ahead of me and turns, blocking me off. With a smile, she holds her hands behind her and she leans forward. You're different. And then at that, she turns back and continues to walk ahead of me, a newfound spring in her step. All I can do is raise an eyebrow and give a dazed grin. I don't think I've ever seen this playful and teasing side of her before. That's my girl! I always like it when girls, have no problem with teasing. Someone who can honestly balance the serious aspect and the teasing aspect. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I'm not saying that a relationship should always be playful, but you should be willing to test out where you can go in a relationship. Because... And I know I'm getting really preachy in this vid, and this vid's probably going to be a little longer than I want it to be. But, God, there's a lot of phlegm in my chest today. Oh, God, wow, really? But in a relationship, it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of learning, and learning about yourself, and learning about the person you're in love with. But because it's give and take, where was I going with this? You should never have, a set-in-stone expectation for your significant other, or any friend, really. You can have certain expectations and assumptions based on how that you've interacted with them before. But as far as, making an assumption, being oh, I never thought you'd do this, honestly, you should probably throw those thoughts out. Because you can potentially predict how someone will act. You can assume how someone will act, but setting it in stone, oh, I thought you'd be like this. No, that's wrong. Because at that point you're putting them on a pedestal and you're thinking that this person will act this way because of my prior knowledge. But again, back to what I said before, you can never 100% know someone. And it's relationships like that always that make it more fun to interact with others because you're always learning about people. And learning about people is the best because the more you learn about someone, the more it shows how much they trust you and how much you've put into that relationship. And in all honesty, a relationship like that can be easily stripped away. It's very easy. So there's a lot of things I'm trying to say in this vlog, but vlog. Wow, I'm not vlogging right now. Jesus Christ. Wow. There's a lot of things I love to talk about, but it's like the reason why I don't make vlogs is specifically because I can never get these thoughts in my head until like I'm done with the vlog. Like I don't know what it is about the camera, but the camera always ruins it for me. So I'm different. It's hard to work out the exact context, but knowing her, this ambiguity was intended. Our relationship has been changing, at the very least simply because I've begun to stand on my own feet more and started getting more curious about the situation of those around me. As to why, it probably makes a personal curiosity and a want to try and work out how to deal with my situation. I am less sure of Lily, though. That's why her own statements, so similar to my own feelings toward her, throw me off so much. Watching her make her way up the street, cane tapping from left to right, I decide to settle the matter later and just smile. This is a nice sight to her and I don't want to forget it. Eventually we get to the girls' dormitories, both my arms aching from the weight of 2 sets of groceries. We're finally here. Whew! I bend down to wipe my forehead with the back of my hand. Lily stops in front of her door and sets down her bag, fishing around in her pocket for the key. Thank you, Hisao. I really appreciate your help. This is nothing. It might be nothing to you, but it's definitely something for me. And with that, she steps through her door, closing it behind her. I blink. Those were nothing but honest thanks, and I can't help but feel something different about them. Anyway, I have something else to do before I can mull on it at my leisure. I turn back to the door to Hanako's room and proceed to knock twice in quick succession, the bag still in my hand rustling together. After a couple of seconds, the door slowly opens. If one weren't looking closely, they could be forgiven for thinking it hadn't moved at all. I twist my head to the side and try to peer through the tiny sliver of a gap between the door and the door frame. Hey Hanako, I've got your stuff. Ah! With that, she opens the door completely, making her plain room visible over her shoulder. Sparsely decorated, it's probably even more unremarkable than my room. I hold up my right arm, both bags almost pulling it straight back down with their weight. Thank you, Hisao. I'm sorry to make you carry them all this way. It's fine, don't worry. Just don't make me do it every day, okay? I pass the bags to her and give her a light-hearted chuckle. After the initial transfer of the weight, she manages to take them easily. I'll be off then. Night, Hanako. Good night. See you in class tomorrow. She's so cute, and I can't wait to do her path. I probably will be doing it Monday with Beth. She apparently has she's apparently very free on Monday after a certain time, so hopefully I'll be able to record a little bit with her. With a deep bow, her groceries still held in both hands, she steps back and shuts the door. Making my way back to my dorm, I put one bag in my other hand to balance them out. Even as I do so, I can't get Lily's light-hearted smile out of my mind. When I first met her, it would have been nearly impossible to imagine her like that. Indeed, it feels like we've become closer in the past few weeks since I first got to know both her and Hanako. The time I spend with her each day, the small exchanges of happiness we share, those small moments of joy as I get closer to her. I'm far from certain, but I don't think these are just normal feelings of friendship. Really? You're just realizing that? You dense shit? Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I've actually went a little farther than in my previous recording of this, but I talked a bit more in this one about just like my opinions and such like that. I hope you guys don't mind me talking about my opinions, because I honestly do. There's something about this game really brings out the talker in me. I don't know why, but it's probably because this game is purely story based. It's purely like personal. It's very personal. It talks about a lot of subjects that I love to talk about. It's like, again, this game is very slice of life. It's because it relates to typically modern young adults and teens. I can see why I can easily talk about subjects like this, and I can talk about life experiences and such. But I guess I could put it like I could, because I always wanted to do vlogs about personal feelings and certain subjects and yada yada yada. But in my head, I have ideas. But as soon as the camera goddamn turns on, like all those thoughts and like things I want to say just leave, and I'm just like, wow, my vlogs suck. But it's definitely this game that brings it out in me, and I don't know why. So I'm probably just gonna just play this game for no reason and be like, oh, I'm talking about this, this, and that. But anyway, I think I've held on to you guys for long enough. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from this series, hit that subscribe button. And you are now exiting the Shadyverse. My name's Shades, and I hope you've enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.